In this video I'll show you my new Algo trading setup because I've built it from scratch and I did it exactly the way I wanted. It's really boosted my productivity during the day and sometimes, well, into the night. I'll also break down the costs so you can see what it cost me to have my dream setup. Let's dive in. And I'm lucky to have this huge open space on the second floor of the house we bought last year, so I can position everything where I want it. And the latest upgrade to the setup is the monitor, which is Dell U4323QE, and it was about 960 euro. The good thing with this monitor, it is 4K and I can record my videos in 4K resolution, but what I usually do is I split it in 4 different full HD screens, and this is way more productive for me because on one I have my email docs, or the other one I have the sheets, and with my team we use a lot of Google Sheets. Then I have the YouTube channel, the Discord, and I can organize my work during the day easily. Now the two side monitors that I have on my right and on my left I use for trading. And usually on this one I'll keep the tables with the results, a few MetaTrader platforms, and a Bitcoin chart. But let me grab my phone and you will see how I see it from my point of view. So here are the results from my accounts that I have a MetaTrader platform, another MetaTrader platform. Well, actually these two are different VPSs. So right in here you can see that I have plenty of different platforms. On the top is the Bitcoin chart, and actually I keep it on the top with attention because I don't want to look at it that often. So if I want to look at the Bitcoin price, I will actually need to lift my head, and I take it as an investment. I share that in one of my videos. Now on this side, what I have is another VPS with a platform that is currently trading the Happy Gold, for example. On the next VPS I have a platform with a live account from Black Bull Market, and right in here I'm trading the Vigorous. And when I said Black Bull, let's not forget the sponsor of today's video. They are a trustworthy broker we use. They offer plenty of platforms like MetaTrader 4 and 5, TradingView, CTrader, and they have 3 types of accounts depending on the deposit you want to trade with. And actually when you trade with expert advisors, it is super important which broker you will be using. I'll leave the link to Black Bull down below and the description. And for example, in this 5K account, I'll show it to you one more time from the phone. I have the Vigorous, and if I show you higher, you will see that I have another VPS where I'm trading different robots on a few platforms. On top of it, I have the Forest Gold Investor, and you can see that on this VPS I have plenty of platforms that are running. On the top I have the S&P 500, which is another asset I'm investing into. Now each of the monitors from the side cost 728 euro, and I have to add 121 euro for the arms because actually they are hanging in the air using those arms behind. Next is the mouse I use, and I've been using it for quite a long time. It is super comfortable, a little bit faded already from the usage, but that Logitech MX Master 3S costs about 80 euro, and I can say it is worth every single cent because it is just super comfortable. It fits perfectly for the hand, and there are additional buttons that you can use to scroll and to be more efficient while you are working. And I bought mice like these for everyone in the team because when I saw how productive I am with a mouse, I wanted all of them to be so productive. The next thing are the speakers. These two white small speakers. So the reason I selected those was actually because I wanted them to fit exactly between my monitors, and the sound for me is very important, as you can guess, because of the videos and of course because I like to listen music. The ones I have are Kanto YU2 and they cost €282, and because I'm lucky to work from home, I needed good headphones so I can use them when the kids are around. It's nothing to do that. I put them when my wife is around as well. But the headphones are Sony MDR7506 and the price was exactly €100. And it's worth every cent, trust me on this one. And the lights I have on the side are 2 LED video light sticks and the price was €48 for each. And this is pretty much what is more than enough for me. A huge screen where I am working, 2 big monitors on the side to monitor all of my VPSs, and most of the robots we use are set and forget, so I don't need to check them daily or weekly. Sometimes I check them like once a month, what's the performance. And actually I follow the performance of all expert advisors by using the new feature that we added on the website of EA Trading Academy called My Track Records. And from here I connect all of my accounts and I can easily see the performance in one tap. So this way I don't need to log into the VPSs and to the MetaTrader platforms daily. Now what is behind the camera? And this might be interesting for those of you who are planning to start their own YouTube channel. I use 2 Sony Alpha 6400. Each one costs €874, but you have to add on top of that the lens, and each one costs €432. Now if I move the camera a little bit to the right, you will see the camera that is on my side, and that's the camera I'm using the most. But the cool thing is that I attached the camera to the wall because there are no tripods on the ground, and once I did that, I decided to do it for everything else in the studio. For example, right in here is the big light, which is also attached to the wall, and I can comfortably change the position. I can put it lower or higher when I'm not using it, and that's really comfortable. I have some more lights on the wall, and this camera over here is also attached to the wall with a long arm, which I can make smaller, and actually I can comfortably put it next to the wall, and then when I start shooting I just extend it, I position it exactly where I want it to be, and I start the recording. Now what is on this side of the studio, I'll show you from that camera. If I rotate it this way, this is the desk of my wife, who is helping a lot, but only when the kids are not at home. Anyways, it's mission impossible. And the big light is GVM Pro 200 watts, and the price was €403. And I really needed such a big light because the main light in the room is coming from outside, and if I don't have this huge light, I will remove it. You will see how I am left in shadow. I'm also using 2 microphones. One is on this camera, which is the Rode NTG, and on this camera I am using the NTG5. The first one costs 232 euro and the NTG5 is 600 euro. But to be fair, this one is more than enough if you are planning to start recording videos for any purposes. And I had a few more costs like attaching the cameras and the lights to the walls, and the total cost for the trading setup was $3,300 and the YouTube equipment was about $4,200. And I wanted to have a clean setup without fancy stuff. I just put 3 posters on the wall. The first one says the key to success is to focus on goals, not obstacles. And this is just so true. The second one says get 1% better every day. And for me it just says make 1% profit a day. And this is more than enough. And the third one says work hard in silence, let your success be your noise, with a super sport car below. Which reminds me that I don't need one. As always guys, I thank you so much for watching. If you want to see what is my daily routine, check out this video on my side and you will learn more about how I manage my trading accounts. As always, I love you, trade safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!